I'm going to show you how to get to this menu and get all your games working for your FMBC. This is basically a soft mod for a PlayStation 2, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get the latest version of OpenPL and get this working right. The only main things you're going to need is you are going to need an FMBC card, you're going to need an MX4 ISO and an SD card, and you're going to need a USB stick to put the latest version on it. Once you get the latest version, your game will basically look like this. I have all the artwork, I loaded all my different games, and you can play it off your micro SD card. And you can do this with a USB or SD card. The USB does run a little slow and laggy, so I don't recommend it. Definitely get an SD card or a hard drive. And I'm going to show you guys real fast that this is the latest version. And I'm going to show you how we got all this done. So if you go about, you'll notice that this is the latest version of Open PS2 Loader that you can currently get off their website. And it runs great. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm actually just going to go ahead and not eject. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and exit and show you how the menu works. Give me a second. So what you're wanting to do is put the latest version of OpenPL on an old USB flash drive. This is actually a 64 megabyte drive. It's super small. My camera, there's no way my camera's focusing this, right? Anyways, it's a USB 1.0 or 1.2. You don't want to use a newer USB or it won't read it. So what we want to do is put it, if your PlayStation does have a USB slot, you want to put it in there. Because you can, we want to go ahead and transfer the latest version to our FMBC card and update it, and it's pretty easy to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and, this has the latest version already done. I'll walk you through how to format this. You basically format this to FAT, you put the file on there, and you plug it to your PlayStation. Alright, you're going to put it in one of the PlayStation ports, and then you're going to go to this menu, and you're going to go down to the Launch ELF menu, hit X, wait for it to load. Once it loads here, you want to go into the file browser. So you'll go ahead and, with your controller, you'll move. It's X, file browsers, I'm sorry, O. And these are the browsers. So MC0, that's your memory card 0 slot. This is your memory card 1 slot. This is your hard drive if you had it, your CD, and it's a mass storage device. A USB is a mass storage device. So we're going to go into this drive. And if you notice, I actually set up some different files, but this is the file we want. This is the latest version of OpenPL. I'm going to go ahead and select the file. So this is select all. You don't want to do that with the triangle. That's back. If I knew my keys, it would be better. You're going to want to press X. X would be the one you want to press, and we're going to copy this. See, I press the 1. Once you copy it, you want to hit the R trigger because it's, see how just the one file selected? So make sure you're on top of your one file. See how it's red? It has a little dot on it. You then press your R1, and see how it brings up a menu that says copy. So you want to go ahead and copy that. See how it says copy to clipboard? Now we want to go back. Keep in the wrong key. We're going to go back. It's going to be a triangle. Now we want to copy this over into the MC0. This is our memory card. So we want to go ahead and add it to our memory card. And if you get one from AliExpress or Amazon, this is how they're made. It is stored in this directory called the boot directory. So I move to the boot directory, go into the boot directory. And if you notice, I've already actually copied it here. See how it says we have the old version that came with it, and we have the new version. So what you do is you just press your R1 trigger. I've already done it. And you would just hit paste. And this would paste it in the directory. I personally don't remove or rename it. We are just going to tell the system that we want to use the new version. So you would hit paste. I've already done this. But once you're done with this, you're done. You're literally done. So we can paste it again. Doesn't matter. It's just going to overwrite it. Same name. Takes a few seconds. So what it does is copying the new OpenPL from your USB to your FMBC. Takes a few seconds to get done. But once it's finished, it will finish. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change the OpenPL 10th anniversary to launch the version you want. So we're done. That's all you have to do here. So now you want to go back to the main menu. So what I do is I actually just relaunch the memory card to boot up again. And it's the last option at the bottom of these AliExpress cards. It's the free MC Boot configurator. That's what you want to run. This will get you into the configurator. So what we're going to do is it's going to ask you for a button layout. I always just press X. And this is where it gets really confusing because you're like, okay, what are we doing? You don't want to load on the memory cards. You don't want to do any of this crazy stuff. You want to configure ODSD system options. And so press X to get into this. And then you can actually configure the different items. You can do, you want to go over here and then start going to the right. See how this is going to modify all the different menus. We don't want to mess with the UF launch menu. We want to modify the OpenPL 10th anniversary. This is the one that came with it. So you can even modify your HD loader. You can modify all the different stuff to launch different programs to just pick where they're at. These are already set up for you. So let's say I want to, this is going to launch the version 1.1, but I want to go ahead and mess with the 10th anniversary, which is the second one. See, I'm scrolling through. It gives you all the code names to modify. So I want to modify this. So I'm going to go into this one by not pressing the... I keep pressing the wrong key for my videos. You're going to go in this one. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. It's really hard for me to record and press buttons. I'm just too special. And if you notice, see where it says my path 1? You're going to go to your path 1, and you're going to hit X. And now we're going to look where we just put it. Since we saved it to the memory card 0, you're going to go to your memory card 0. You're going to put the same location. We just put the new file, which is in the boot directory. Go to the boot directory. And you're going to go ahead and select. See how this 1.2 beta, yada, yada, yada? This is now telling the program, hey, instead of launching 1.1, which is an old version, I want you to launch the latest version. So all you do is press X. And then see how we have the newest version as the launch? You can set other paths if you want, but that's all you really need to do is set the new path here, hit return, and then now we want to go ahead and save it. So we're going to go all the way back, return to the main menu, and now we want to go ahead and save. CFN means save the configuration file to the MC0. The MC0 is your FMBC. So we want to save this information to the memory cards. So I'm going to go ahead and press X, and then it'll say, see on top it said saved, and that's all we have to do, and we're done. Now we literally can exit, and now when we load the OpenPL 10th anniversary that's set up on this memory card, it's going to launch the latest version of OpenPL. It's really that simple. Once you figure out the menu, so this comes up, just hit back. I'm having a difficult enough time holding my phone, right? So now when we launch the 10th anniversary, instead of launching the old 10th anniversary, it's going to launch the latest version of OpenPL for us. It's what we want. So you notice that? It's not the 10th anniversary. And just to show you, see it loaded the configuration file. So now we want to set it up. So you press Start. We're going to go to Settings. And now this is where I turn everything off. I turn the PS2 logo off because I don't really want to see it. I leave all these off. And I'm going to go ahead and set the menu, the BDSM device menu. We want to turn the MX link on, MX4 ISO, which we were doing on. Hit OK. Go back into settings because we need to save the settings. Sorry. Hitting the wrong keys here. I'm recording and hitting keys is not what I'm best at. So that has been saved. We go ahead and go all the way to the bottom and hit OK. And I like to do the display settings too while we're at it. I turn on the cover art on and on here. Again, go all the way down, hit OK. And now we're going to save the changes. See where it says save changes? Save changes. It's going to save to the memory card. Give it a second. Hit back. And now, instead, so we have USB, right? This is where people are like, oh, I still don't have any games. Just you move over to the right. See how it's set for USB? Now it has MXISO. And if you want it to load into this MXISO by default, if you have USB, your USB games will show up here in USB. I'm just using the controller to move over. These are the different ones that are available. See, I'm moving over to the different directories. And on my directory is the MX4 ISO. If you want this to be your default directory, you're always going to use this. You can fix this in settings. So we're going to go to settings and hit X. And again, see where it says BDM star mode it's set to automatic. I have those set to manual. The default menu is the one you want. It's BDM games. You don't want the BDM games, so we want to change it. So you highlight it and you scroll over it. ETH games, hard drive games, apps. What do we want? We're going to want I think it's ETH games. I believe that's the one. So we're going to set that, and now we're going to hit OK at the bottom. Okay, and then what do we do after we set something, guys? Save changes. Trust me. Save your change. Now we're going to go back. Now let's see. So I think I have to restart the machine. So I'll go ahead and just reboot it, and we'll see if it comes up correctly. All right, I just rebooted it. We're going back into OpenPL menu. Let's see if we did it correctly. I think ETH is the SMB. That's like a network drive. All right, let me fix it. It's a different one. All right, round 2. I think I did it right this time. And I did. Beautiful. So it boots right into the MXISO. So that's how to do it. Let me show you the settings on how to do that. So if you're running MXISO, these are the settings you're going to want to go. I'll go ahead and pause the video. So you have your settings. These are the settings I like that work for me. So it is BDM devices. I was incorrect on the start mode. It's one of those. So I have it set to this. This works really great for me. Again, I'm not using a network drive, so I have that turned off. This is like if you have a network share, and I'm not using a hard drive right now, so I have this set to manual. It really doesn't matter. And then you also can launch a different menu here. If you want to have the default menu, you can have it be your games, see, apps, if you want to launch different stuff, but it's BDM games. And I should realize that because it literally says BDM devices would be your BDM games. You know, if I knew how to read, that would be a little bit better. You know, still learning all day. So BDM devices, again, these are the BDM devices, either the iLink, the MXISO, or a USB. So that's the first thing it's going to do. And we saved changes already, so you can sit back here. And boom, it boots right into your MX4 ISO. And I'll go into, I have a video on how to do the ISOs with this as well, but this is the easiest way to get your PS2 FAT on the latest version of MXISO. You're going to have the least amount of issues, get the latest version. I highly recommend you update your FMBC card. And if you are planning to use MXISO, this is the way to do it. So let's say I want to play some San Andreas. You just hit X, and it will launch the game from our MX4 ISO. We're using a component cable, so this component cable is going to turn some funky colors, and then it will launch the game. There you go. All right, I have another video link in the description below that shows you guys how to set up the ISOs for this, but this is how to update your FMBC with the latest version of Open PL. If you guys have any questions, leave me a thing in the comment below.